Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you're well. So we're going to go into the eraser tool and we are going to just manage these layers and just understand that we can use the layers to see our assets and pieces and objects in different layers and just to see how tidy they are. So in our layers we've got eyes next to you can see it here as I'm tapping it on and off next to the background layer. This will just let us know that we can turn the visibility on or off. And why this is a good idea is as I turn the background off and just leave the leopard here, I'm actually in the leopard layer. So you can see that I've got the leopard layer highlighted above it. And so I'm going to turn the jungle background off and you can see how untidy the fur is on the coat of the leopard. So I'm going to go into my eraser, which is in my tools on the left hand side. So I'm going to go into my eraser tool there. You can hit E on your keyboard if you want, and at the top I've got the sizes. So the size is 15. I probably want it a little bit bigger than that. The hardness depends, it just tells you if you want to erase everything that's on there, that's completely 100%. If you want to just smooth things out a little bit, you can go into about 1/3, which is where I'm going to be at with this one. Because you're using a brush or an eraser or a brush-like tool, you've also got a thing called flow, which is really handy because that tells us actually how much is going through into the screen itself. So if you're using an Apple Pencil or a stylus of some kind, this is extremely handy and extremely easy to do. I'm using an Apple Pencil on here. However, a mouse is just as good sometimes for this kind of work because we're just touching things up really, and so it's. I'm going to go back into my layer here and use my eraser because using a mouse here is pretty straightforward. So I can just go and take the hardness of this out, just bring that down a bit, and so it blends it in more and the fur isn't so sort of jagged and left out. That'll do me. It doesn't need a lot, just a quick touch up. You can leave those little spikes on the ears and what have you, just as long as we leave the whiskers in, we're fine. I'm going to put the jungle back in. Now you probably think, oh, it doesn't really do very much, but you can just see, if you see at the bottom of its legs, this is too flat, it's too unnatural. So if you can, I don't know if you can see, you'll have to kind of rewind and replay this, and you can see where I'm starting to just take away the leopard a little bit. And I'm probably going to go and take the hardness right down, actually. There we go. So I'm just going to zoom out of that a little bit more. I might make the leopard a little bit smaller. Our next job is to go and use the same technique, but it won't be as easy this time. The leopard was really easy to use the magic wand and take all that single colour out. What I'm going to do next is go and put that toucan in that's on our assets page, and in that page we've got a toucan, and we're going to cut that out on the branch and try and put that in with the branch as well, just for a little bit of fun. Alright, so that's our next job. As always, year 5, good luck.